Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing another video on Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the BIONIC BOOGER BOY. Part one of the book. Some of you guys were asking where's part two, and some people, it doesn't exist. I'm just like, this is actually just part one of the book, and part one of part something of the video will probably like be part 6. This has a lot of chapters, but the chapters are short. So before we get started, make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell, and let's just get right into the video. Chapter 26. Blatz. Suddenly there was a terrific explosion. The bionic booger boy burst into 3 huge chunks of glistening snot and twisted metal, which smacked into the nearby building and stuck like glue. In the center of the explosion, surrounded by smoke, stood Mr. Krupp and Melvin. "Well, what do you know, Mr. Sneedley? My idea worked." George and Harold rolled their eyes. But as the smoke around Mr. Krupp and Melvin began to clear, it became obvious that they were not quite back to normal. Apparently, the newly reconfigured Combinatron 2000 had accidentally morphed Mr. Krupp and Melvin together. Jeez. "Don't worry, Mr. They told the reporters. "All I need to do is to zap them one more time. That should set everything straight." He fired up the Combinatron 2000 again and prepared to blast away. "I sure hope this separates their bodies," said George. "Me too," said Harold. Chapter 27. To make a long story short, it did. Chapter 28. A happy ending. "You know something," said George. "This is the first time one of our books actually had a happy ending." "You're right," said Harold. "Usually they end with me screaming, 'Oh no,' and you screaming, 'Here we go again.' But we got lucky this time, I guess." "What do you mean, lucky?" said Mr. Krupp. "It was my invention that saved the world. You guys are so immature." "Huh?" said George. "I want to see you, both of you bubs, in my office pronto," yelled Melvin. "I'm gonna punish you boys so bad your kids will be born with detentions." "What?" said Harold. Suddenly a giant intendable octoclaw reached out from one of the 3 huge chunks of boogers. It grabbed the Combinatron 2000 out of Mr. Sneedley's hands and smashed it into smithereens on the ground. Mr. and Mrs. Sneedley ran away screaming as the huge, humongous robotic booger boy chunks came to life. Slowly they began dripping down the sides of the buildings. Each one energized itself with a single twin-turbo 9000 SP5 Kung Fu titanium lithium alloy processor. As the huge booger chunks oozed closer and closer, they began sprouting strange-looking metallic eyeballs and huge, menacing robotic limbs. Suddenly, the 3 ridiculous robo-boogers leaped toward George, Harold, and Sue, and Mr. Krupp and Melvin, and the chase was on. "Oh no," screamed Harold. "Here we go again," screamed George. And that is the end of the book. So I hope you enjoy this book. That was actually pretty quick. I actually like the book. This is part 1. There's a part 2 of the book too, another book about this. So I'll read this to you because it kind of looks interesting. About the author/illustrator. When Dave Pilkey was a kid, he suffered from ADHD, dyslexia, and behavior problems. Dave was so disruptive in class that his teachers made him sit out in the hall every day. Luckily, Dave loved to draw and make up stories. He spent his time in the hallway creating his own original comic books. In the 2nd grade, Dave Pilkey created a comic book about a superhero named Captain Underpants. His teacher ripped it up and told him he couldn't spend the rest of his time making silly books. Fortunately, Dave was not a very good listener. That was pretty cool. So I'll read this to you too. A sneeze gone wild in full color. It's not funny. George and Harold were up to their old tricks again when their latest prank makes a direct hit on the school brainiac Melvin Sneedley. He decides to get even, but in the blink of an eye and the sneeze of a nose, Melvin goes from snotty to snotty, and the snooties to snotty, and the bionic Booger Boy is born. Can Captain Underpants clean up this mess? Featuring Flipperama. Alright, so but I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Check out my Instagram, MarkBrandTV, no capital letters, no spaces. Next time I'll be reading the next book of this series, and I'll see you later. Bye.